Good. Good.
Hidup selalu memang pilihan, dan pilihan yang saat ini adalah apa yang benar-benar gue suka.
Good.
That is why I saw in the trailers, when we watched the trailers, the white tower and the black tower connected.
It is home to the Caprine race, which makes up the majority of the population. A nation south of Yan and
Good.
known for its mining operations and industry.
Great. Good.
It has one of the biggest orogenium veins running underneath it, due to its constant mining operation, to see its people nothing more than laborers and workforce. It is the land of the mafia and the fangs and howls of the Covenant.
Good.
Influence from other nations, such as the religious beliefs and legal systems from Laterano, technology from Colombia, the Funyun love for music, and the main cultural identity is the Mafia tradition that comes from the ancient Syracusa and the 12 families that govern the nation. Families themselves are under supervision from Signora Cecilia, which makes her the real head of state. The ancient land of
Okay,
the
so they have 12 families and she is like the head.
Cecilia, which makes her the real head of state. The ancient land of the
We need more stuff like that in Enfield because we have
Great.
Lugard and Rossi and we don't even know who the families are.
Kazdel. This worn-torn nation is home to the native
Good.
Terran race, the Sarkaz, which was built thousands.
Kazdel is the. I think I read this somewhere, right? Kazdel is like. Yeah, look how it is. This is like. Criminals, war crimes, mercenaries, absolutely devastation.
Is home to the native Terran race, the Sarkaz,
Good.
which was built thousands of years ago by the first Sarkaz Lord of Thebes. The sad state of Kazdel
Great.
is due to the perpetual conflict, not only between the Sarkaz and the nations, but also the infighting among themselves. Kasdale has been destroyed and rebuilt numerous of times in the past. The true Kasdale today is where the Sarkas can finally have a place called home. Before there were any concept of countries, the Sarkas back then, known as the Tizak, considered Kasdale their world. Ursus, the largest nation on Terra, and home to the namesake race, the Ursus, is ruled by an emperor. Ursus is often known to be hostile, xenophobic to other nations, and known to be horribly cruel. But this is a story for another day. Ursus was once ruled by the Hippogriff Libre, but when they failed to protect the nation,
Hippogriff Libre is like Pog. Pog is like a Hippogriff Liberian. Or Hellenic Arctics, but Pog. Pogranichnik.
once ruled by the
Good.
but when they failed to protect
That's
the
why I always said when the game came out, he has the ears. It's like looks like a Valkyrie hippogriff.
nation, the Ursus rose up, rebelled, and took over, renaming the nation to
Is
Ursus.
Perlica the same? No, Perlica is just a Liberi. She's like completely different. Because every race also has a sub-race. Right? That's
Good.
Anna is.
Ursus is one of the nations that are dealing with the collapsal threat in the far north. Higashi is near the northeast of Yan. Higashi was in a long war between the northern and southern nations.
Good.
When Ursus tried to invade, the two sides joined forces and pushed back the invading force back into Ursus, where it eventually entered volatile
Welcome to the
peace.
rice fields.
And
Konnichiwa.
Ophir picked the war.
Tomorrow I have day. Will you start your stream before I start drowning my demons with Rakia? Haha, don't worry, I will seek cosmetics after. BTW opinion on our night's story so far?
I am pretty early in the story and everything. But yeah, thank you, man. Thank you for the 10. You should have waited for the video to stop.
Good.
Yeah, thank you for the 10. What? Rakia? Yeah, Rakia is pretty good. Don't drown your demons, man. Don't do it. Rakia is a poison. You'd use it on humans. But yeah, the story so far, I'm too early to even know anything, but I like the world building and everything in Ark. It starts out pretty good, but one of the main things is it's not whimsical, because whimsical is kind of boring. Where was I? Oh, okay, Ursus attacked Higashi. These two joined forces to drive them off. The story is really early in Arknights. I like the world building and the nations and the conflicts and the geopolitics. I think Arknights one big thing that it does
Good.
as we're watching this video is the geopolitics are really interesting because geopolitics are
Good.
even in human history.
It eventually led to volatile peace between Higashi's two sides. The south is far more welcoming. What we do know about Higashi is that it's famous for its founding mythology and love for video games and manga. One of the eastern nations.
Yeah, man. What we know about Higashi is that it's manga. Real, man. 100%. True. Yo, Kagami, thank you so much for the sub.
Games and manga.
Ah, yeah.
One of the gods being Thermans. Long ago, an emperor started a war against these gods, believing that their refusal to help the people of Yan, even when misfortune struck, means that they aren't worthy to call themselves gods, and started a great hunt after allying himself with another island. They were eventually
I know
victorious.
about this.
Good.
Remove these threats, and even split Soi into living fragments of itself. Yan is another nation, along with Sami and Ursus, that has conflicts with the Eldritch threat. Aegir is the only nation that has
How many Eldritch thread either. There's like the Seaborn. From my understanding, it's like the Seaborn is from. Yeah, and there's like now it's like some god dragons. Then aside of that, there's like
Great.
between nations. Aside of that, it's competitive racism. Aside of that, it's also rock cancer. Aside of that, it's also fantastic.
Excellent.
Anything even good in this world? Whether you're at least you're 50-50 gotcha if you are even born in a world like this.
Not much is known about it. But
Aegir? What is this? In the middle of the sea.
Eldritch Friend.
Good.
Aegir is the only nation
Good.
under the ocean. Not much is known about it.
Bro, it's Rupture, man. Only known nation under the ocean.
But it is inhabited by the Aegir.
It's Rapture.
So supposedly their technology is extremely advanced.
Good.
A threatening cult that somewhat worships the Seaborn. There is one more nation to make you aware of. That is the Dead Nation. Potentially a technologically advanced nation at this time. Ghoul, also one of the nations that allied themselves with Khazad to invade and destroy Kazdel 200 years ago. Unlike the other nations, Ghoul later asked help
Great.
and even hiring some Kazdelian royal court casters to help them against the Funyun was later destroyed in the Battle of the Four Emperors by its former allies and was completely wiped out. There are still some small lingering citizens of Ghoul around Terra, but ultimately the nation is completely gone.
Mega
There are three
skill.
unknown but dangerous locations of Terra. These
Good.
are Funyun Hotlands, Ifni Icefield, and even further from beyond the Ifni Icefield lies an uncharted location, a potentially massive
Good. Good.
world of terror. About a certain nation, race, or anything within the Arcanite universe, don't hesitate to suggest it in the comments below. Thank you for watching.
Great.
That is part 1 from Terrastorian. Damn, this guy, good video, good video.
Great.
You see? I'm doing my part. And I also watched the full video. But you know what? It's time for part 2. Part 2, 25 minutes. Of course, I'm gonna start it right now. This is the only video you need for UB Edition. Part 2.
Good.
The influence for Arknight's world building is a lot of like real world history and getting a lot of stuff like that. But also, I like it that all these nations have their own stories. These guys are fighting their own battle. These guys are like collapsing. These guys are. It's like geopolitics, but at the same time, it's like monsters, dragons, seaborn, catastrophes, moving cities, static cities. Every single nation has its own thing going on.
Good.
Civil wars, competitive racism, infected, death, despair,
Good.
Amiya. Anyways. I hate it when the dragons attack Europe. Exactly, man. Disasters. Okay, let's get it.
Good.
I'm back.
Part 2, I guess this will be where we shall be looking at the different races and the of terror in the Arknights universe.
Yeah, I want to know more
If
about
you
the
haven't seen
races.
part 1, then do check it out.
Good.
Anyway, let's begin with the races and threats. There are many beautiful,
Good.
interesting, and marvelous races of terror.
Good.
It is important to make it clear that all races have differences. Some races are younger than others. Some enjoy conflicts and wars. Others want peace or to make an impact on the world. Interesting.
Subtitle? Yeah, I kind of forgot. This is auto-generated. Oh, never mind. He made his own earlier.
Than friends. There are many beautiful, interesting, and marvelous races of terror. However, it is important to make it clear that all races have differences. Some races are younger than others. Some enjoy conflicts and wars.
The video.
Good.
Or to make an impact on the world. But interestingly, a vast majority of races aren't even native to Terra. These races can be
Great.
and Elders races,
Good.
other races with Tizak heritage, and other native races.
Ancients, Eldars are non-native. They are probably from thousands of years ago. Native Sarkas. Okay.
To make this easier, we shall break down the races in selections. Ancients, Elders, Tizak, and others. An interesting question that normally comes up within Arknight's lore is, can an
Great.
individual have a child with someone from a different race? If so, what would that child be? If two people from different races do have a child, they will either be one or the other race. A 50-50, let's say.
Oh my god, it's a 50-50 gacha as well. Oh my god, man, everything is 50-50.
What their child would be. An example would be if a feline or a Libri had a child, it would be either a feline or a Libri. It can't be a mixture of the two. However, they will take traits of their parents, either hair color, eye
Gacha
color,
race?
for example. Ancient races are the largest category for races. They are also one of the two categories of races that aren't native to Terra. This race we shall speak about is the
Good.
Aegir, based on aquatic creatures. This race comes from the nation of
Good.
others can be found on the mainland, such as Iberia or Higashi. The Aegir, though, are somewhat strange to the races
Good.
of the land. Aegir also have been in a long conflict with the Seaborn, a background threat that threatens the Seaborn.
Good.
Though it seems that Aegir
Good.
are the reason for the Seaborn to be pushed. A tale for another time. Is that they are unbelievably arrogant and stuck up. Since they have more advanced technology compared to any of the races on the land, they tend to look down on them and see themselves as superior. Probably one of the most
Madness,
popular
man.
and populated race
Populated race? Of course. Just like in the world of Earth. Too many cats.
the felines. This race is based on cats and
Cat
can be
girls,
mainly
man.
found in Victoria. However, they can still be found all over Terra. There are overall 39 operators in Arknights that are playable who are felines. Aslans are thought to be a separate race to felines. However, this is not true. Aslans are felines that have self-appointed themselves to a more nobility race. However, they still do rule Sargon with power,
Giants.
and eventually moving to Victoria and now fighting over the throne there against the
Good.
Favori are based on wyverns or lesser dragons. This race can be found around in Sargon, potentially originated from and have ventured to Victoria. Favori are known to have higher physical strength and endurance than most other races. Alephia, the race with deer-like traits. This race can mainly be found in Lefania, but also in the far north in Sami. You can find other Alephia in Victoria and Yan. There is also a potential subrace of Alephia that are based with traits from giraffes. Equine traits and features, Kurunta are based on horses and
Good.
Kuruntas are known to be born with fast running,
Run.
stamina. A vast majority of Kuruntas are born in Azov, the land of the knights, and Kuruntas currently are used to have two which we'll get to later. Lupo, the wolves of Terra. This race is mainly found within Syracusa, but also in other places such as Sargon and Victoria.
Good.
It came from Sargon and ended up in Victoria. The second highest most operators in Arknights of 35 operators. Liabri are
This
based
is pretty much Perlica.
on birds. Most Liabri can be found in Colombia,
Burp.
Iberia, and a few in Laterano.
Good.
Having similar traits to Lupo, and sometimes confused with Lupo, this race is actually based on foxes. Volpo can be found in Syracusa, Colombia, and Sunny. Archosauria, having traits from crocodile
They're crocodile people.
aliens. They also have similar pointy ears to others, like Sarkaz and Pithori. From what we do know, majority of the males are anthropomorphic, while females aren't. This could be a case of sexual dimorphism. This race comes from Sargon. Dimorphism.
Average Slavic couple, average Balkan couple. Yeah, man.
Good.
I'm not even joking. The average Slav couple.
This race comes from Sargon. And a race based on frogs. This race
This girl is a frog?
Good.
Oh my god, look at it. The thing on her. Yeah. Oh, she's like a poison frog. This one is called poison dart. Big poison. Right? Yeah.
Great.
including Iberia, where they are treated roughly and used as experiments. We already know one Anura, and that is blue poison.
Only
It was
one?
based on the blue poison Darfrog. A race we don't know much about is the Manticore, and despite being based on a
Good.
this race can be found in small parts of Sargon and are rare. Or they just want to keep away from other races. Caprinae. The common races found in the Fungi. The Caprinae have traits from goats and sheep. Notice the rabbit and the hare race, mainly found and born in Rambilliton. Ceratops is based on rhinos, with the classic
Great.
forehead. We know of one Cerato, and that is Bubbles. If felines
What is
are
that
the cat
shield?
people of Terra, then the Pero are the dog people of Terra.
Dogs?
This race can mainly be found in Bolivar. Petram are similar to Anura. There is currently one known character in the game, but Petram are based on tortoises and turtles. Not much is known about this race, other than there are small Petram settlements around
So she has the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shield.
Terra
Hello.
that house excellent or great. However, we do know more about the next race, which is the Pythia, based on serpents and having snake-like tails. Two other races. Pythia, like snakes of the real world, have acute and delicate senses. Pythia are rare or at least uncommon race. Despite this, they can be found all over Terra. The Forte race have traits from bovines and
Holy
camelids.
races and
The Forte
sub-races.
are the main inhabitants of Minos.
Minos. Minotaur.
Milos, another race that only has one known character. This race is based on sloths. And that's all we know about. Anate are a race based on otters, weasels, and raccoons. Rubber are based on
Where the rats
Other
are?
than they
I
come
wanna
from
see
Sargon.
some rats.
Saphira are a race based on lizards
Oh, this guy. Ranger.
and some amphibians like salamanders. The land of Ursus, like we mentioned, was named after
Bears.
this bear-like race called the
Look at this guy. He's mogging, man. Oh, what the? He's mogging. He's built like a truck.
Ursus.
Like a bear.
The Zalak are based on rodents including rats, mice,
Zalak rodents, rats, mice, and squirrels. Now we are talking about
all over
squirming around.
and known to have acute sense
Amazing.
beyond terror. The Elder Races.
Okay.
Once mighty rulers who were shared their nation's brethren in power,
Good.
many nations. However,
Hey,
their numbers have dwindled, leaving only a handful of nations under their rule. Their forms bear resemblance to mythical creatures of our own world. With traits based on European dragons in mythology, they are famous for their racial gift over fire manipulation. But they also have increased
Excellent.
vitality and strength. Dracos became rulers of Victoria and Tara, a piece of land that became a part of Victoria. Eventually, getting in conflict with the self-appointed peasants over the throne. Over the years, the Dracos have become rarer and potentially
Good.
extinct. We only know of 3 Dracos in Arknight: Reed, her sister Eblana, and Tallulah. Hippogriffly
Excellent.
is based on Hippogriffs in mythology, and once ruled over the nation that is now called Ursus. However, like we mentioned previously, this race failed. Protect their land. The Ursus rebelled.
Good.
They have kept their nobility status and known to have longer lifespans. These based on the Night are found in Higashi. They are said to be religious leaders who have some sort of connection to the founding of the nation. Kukulkan, based on the Mayan
Cuckoo what? Cuckoo Khan? Damn. Rank 1, by the way. Rank 1. Chat is flooded now. No. Chat is not flooded. This is just the
serpent and an elder race. However, after the loss of their abilities, now they practice an odd ritual, which reduce their lifespan but gain the collective memory of their ancestors. One thing about this race is that we don't know if they are categorized as an elder Pythia or an elder based on the Qili, a mythical beast from China, is an elder race found in Yan. Not much is known about them. Lei Shi is the only known member of this race so far. While dragons are the dragons of the west, the lungs are the dragons from the east. Lungs are found in Yan,
Lung from
and one
Lungmen.
of the main ruling races of Yan. The Emperor is a lung, and the ruling family of
Good.
lungs are often known as the true lung. Chenzang Kuwei is, in fact, the older twin brother of the Emperor of Yan. One of
What?
2 current
Nightmorza Kuranta?
elder races.
Holy Roblox.
This elder race of Kuranta once struck fear into the people's hearts of Terra, and led a conquest across Terra, from around the north of Terra to
Dark
Sargon
Horse.
and then back to the north again, where
Mongolian
they are
Empire?
hardly seen again. However, there are small clans around in the north, potentially, and in Sargon. Nightmorza are based on folklore called the Nightmare or the Mare, which is seen in Dutch, German, Norse, and English folklore.
Good.
The Nightmorza are known to have a racial gift to use illusion arts. Despite this, they seem to have a sense of culture over honor and glory. Pegasus Kuranta is one of the races that stood up
Good.
of the Nightmorza, protected by Homeland Casimir. Pegasus Kuranta are based on the mythological creature, the Pegasus. Pegasus Kuranta
Good.
strong respect and
Good.
but slowly their authority has dwindled over.
Good.
The Nightmorza. This race is famous for its control over light and illumination art. Pegasus Kuranta also seem to share a same trait of light-colored hair.
Who is the whole family tree? Blemenshine, Mlinar, them.
White,
Pegmax.
blonde, and gold. Other potential elder races we may have are an elder race of Rabar, the Tula family, another elder race of Kuranta, the Unicorn Kuranta, an elder race of Pero, the Cerberus Pero. The Tizak
Cerberus,
are
yeah.
one of the native races of Terra. Eventually, they took the name the Sarkaz after losing their home in a war against the foreign races. However, there are many different Sarkaz subraces, as well as sibling races, which we shall get into now. Normal Sarkaz and normal Sarkaz. Unlike the ancient Sarkaz subraces, normal Sarkaz are often seen as mixed blood Sarkaz, or not blooded as they were back in ancient Terra. Banshee Sarkaz are unique, as they are a majority an all-female matriarchy subrace of Sarkaz. However, there are male Banshee Sarkaz, but they are rare. We only know of one male Banshee, and that is Lagos, who happens to be the heir to the Banshee Sarkaz throne. Banshee Sarkaz have a combination of vocal and sound arts. and a connection with death.
Great.
Awful and sound arts because they're all banshees. The banshee queens.
Seen as the guardians of the dead. Cyclops,
Good.
Third eye.
nation on Terra. Sunny. Here they live away from their violent relatives. Cyclopses moved to Sunny after the Cyclops Lord of Feast was Cyclopses have the ability to see into the future, or
Good.
It is said that these visions can be pretty accurate. Cyclopses are one of the two Sarkaz subraces that deal with the dangers of the Collapsals. Damaste isn't an entire subrace, but
Interesting.
an ancient Sarkaz with the ability to shapeshift and multiply itself into more individuals. Diablo Sarkaz are said to be one of the most powerful Sarkaz subraces, with the ability of strong forces. This subrace is said to be extinct. With few pieces of Diablo shards left, one shard was fused with Ifrit, a Suvra, now merged with such a shard, giving her traits and abilities of the fiery ancient subrace. We recently found out about Jarl Sarkaz, and sometimes they're known as Heart Whipper or Mind Sarkaz. Jarl Sarkaz have a unique art, which is to do with heart, mind, and emotions. Similar,
Good.
they have
Good.
but for emotions,
Yeah, these are pretty much
set up
succubi.
blood. Unlike vampires, however,
Good.
found other ways to get over this. A vast majority of Jarl. This is because Jarl are very sensitive to emotions, especially negative ones. The leader of the Jarl is known as the Archliar.
Average Twitter user.
Currently, we don't know if they have an Archliar at this moment. We currently know of two Jarl, Nymph and her sister working as Rhode Island HR director, who is clouded in mystery. Gargoyles, said to be one of the most ancient of all Sarkaz
Good.
races. This subrace of Sarkaz has
Damn.
control over soil, stone, and earth,
Mudrock.
often called the children of the soil and the stone.
Good.
Arts, manipulation, and even said to have conversations or talks with the earth and the soil.
Great. Good.
Part of the Royal Kasdel court, and unknown if they have a leader or not. But majority of the Sarkaz enemies we do see are apparently Goliaths.
My chat fell apart. Oh my god. Okay, my chat is back. Holy shit. Mudrock is that, okay?
Good.
Glitches. Rather, Mudrock showed on screen and my chat collapsed. What is going on?
Conversations or talks with the earth and the soil.
That's crazy.
Unlike the rest of the Sarkaz subrace,
Goliath Sarkaz. Damn, you are one ugly bastard.
the Goliath Sarkaz are part of the Royal Kasdel court, and unknown if they have a leader or not. But majority of the Sarkaz enemies
Great.
are apparently Goliaths. Bitches are the bookworms of the Sarkaz.
Kamu pasti lagi butuh uang mendesak ya? Sudah coba minjam ke sana kemari, tapi belum ada yang meminjamkannya.
The cute lich that everyone loves once said that she could transport the entirety of Lafanya if she wanted to. Is that a bluff or not? We don't know. But if true, it's amazing.
Good.
Not only do they have
She can teleport a whole nation.
Good.
Yeah, man.
space control arts, but they are also completely immortal. Unlike their other fantasy counterparts, they store their souls or life in a phylactery. Remnants are a spirit soul-like race
Good.
Yo, this one looks cool. Revenant?
of Sarkaz.
This is actually a race? Brother, they have like robot race. Clankers.
This subrace isn't
Tin
technically
Man?
born, but more created, as the Sarkaz will put their body and soul in the soul furnaces of Kasdel. They can inhabit objects. Nazira are based on ghouls. This subrace of Sarkaz are one of the physically strongest ones on Terra. One of the reasons for their strength comes from their deep cultural aspects of cannibalism and eating their enemies. In return,
I mean, they are called ghouls, so yeah, man. Cannibalism. W.
They gain increased strength and power, as well as the memories and abilities of those that they have aged. The stronger Nazira often let the weaker ones take a bite out of their body, so they basically gain power-ups. Nazira King happens to be one of the oldest characters in-game, is around 7,000 years old, potentially older.
Wait, what do you mean he's 7,000 years old and he doesn't look like a small child? Nah, man, that's not how you write stories. Nah, man. What do you mean? I mean, he looks like, nah, guys, it's probably like a small kid underneath there. Yeah, 100%. Yo, years of watching anime taught me that everything above 10,000 years old is like a small kid.
As he was around with the first
Then, this guy looks cool as hell.
Sarkaz, he is often known as the War Incarnate, due to the Nazira becoming far more powerful in wars, due to eating the bodies and powering
Yeah,
themselves.
look at the swords, like runic swords. Hey, what does this guy do again? He often known as the War Incarnate.
Becoming far more powerful in wars, due to eating the bodies and powering themselves up. Like the vampires of our world.
Here we go, vampire guys.
Bloodsucker.
Sarkaz, vampires, obsession,
Good.
kind of like that, or no?
They feed on blood, as well as strong blood arts manipulation. Similar to the Nazira, they have an ability to control with blood blessings. Vampire Sarkaz have
Good.
which is a hunger they have to control,
Okay.
making them very fearful, even to other Sarkaz.
Oh, Sarkaz of nation.
Good.
Suburbs of Sarkaz.
Wendigo. This is some Polish folklore.
Great.
This guy looks like the one from Witcher. How do you call that one? Oh, this guy looks crazy.
Stay by us.
Leshen? Yeah, he looks like Leshen.
Good.
Like Slav.
Actually, there are no longer any pure blood the last one. However, Wendigo Sarkaz in the north of Ursus, led by the Wendigo King, fighting the threat of the Collapsals. Just like the Nazira, the Wendigo are one of the physically strongest and have cannibalism deep in their culture.
When we start like Enfield, the first thing we see is a big statue of a Wendigo, of this guy, when it falls apart at the start of the game in Enfield.
Great.
It's
We
him.
have to see there are more Sarkaz subraces in
That's
the
this
future.
guy.
Now, we move on to Sarkaz siblings.
Bro, these Sarkaz people are like 3 million subraces. All of them are almost extinct. Like, it's like,
This being the Anasa, separated
no wonder this nation doesn't even work, man. They don't even like each other. Damn. Anasa?
from the Sarkaz and moved to Yan.
Good.
Welcome to the podcast.
And biblical relatives. Sarkaz culture. Overall, their culture has they live in the wilds of Yan. In
This is
France.
Lee Fang Race?
Sarkaz that broke away from Kazdel after the Sarkaz Lord of Fiends Kolum was killed. They moved to where Higashi is now and became the Oni, resembling some parts of the Sarkaz, much more muscular. Sancta, to say the general
There
appearance.
we go.
This race belongs to the Sarkaz family. However, unlike the Anasa or Oni, who diverged from the Sarkaz heritage, they were Sarkaz that accepted a forced evolution or change by an outside power known as the Law, gaining light wings and a halo, which gives them 6 light sense. This race has been in a grudging conflict with their cousins, the Sarkaz, who saw the change nothing more as a traitorous move.
Bro, these guys evolved and then started hunting the things that they evolved from with guns. Mega, bro, this is like they don't give a fuck. Yeah, they saw like the holy shotgun. This eventually goes hard. Damn, man. Yeah, this goes hard. Look, it's a flintlock. Look at this guy. He's ready. Look at this guy also. What? They brought guns to a spear fight.
Fallen Sancta also
Average Vatican. Oh, this is a fallen sanctum.
which is a Sancta that has broken the rules of the law and starts to grow horns or regain horns. Now we move on to races that we aren't sure where they fit in, or if they fit in at all.
Okay.
Beast Lords. These entities
Guys, it's Tupac. It says Tupac. Damn, he kind of drippy with it. Beast Lords? Who's this guy? This guy's like a cartoon character. Look at him. Out. He's Emperor? Oh my god, don't tell me.
are talking animals that have been around Terra for countless years.
Good.
Some of them show peculiar abilities such as immortality
Oh my god, it's Ardelia sheep.
teleportation. Supposedly, most races in Terra have their own Beast Lord representative, but only a handful have ever been shown so far.
Mr. Dolly is a special.
This is a race that you could
There we go. Faranmut is the thing that's happening right now in Arknights.
as living gods or entities. They have unimaginable powers and abilities.
Good.
They have an immunity to Oripathy, even have their own space.
Bro, these guys are based.
However, it is hinted at these beings aren't from Terra, but also unsure when they are.
Brother, and this is the blue Sui sibling. So, like Faranmut, and then these Sui siblings are like fragments of the Faranmut gods.
derived from
Link.
There are many Furamats around the world, and we only know Sami is a Furamut. Kajaraganda, the protector of Kajarag, the Lifebone, seen in episode.
The life bone. Damn, man, what the hell? This looks crazy. It looks like a Leviathan after I'm done, like, rinsing all the pieces.
Great.
They're like, yo, can you pull on my Enfield account? And then after that, he goes, yes. Jesus Christ.
Great.
This looks crazy. Yo, look at this.
Episode 13,
Like
despite being
whales,
dead,
bones.
still conscious, is Lifebone, Sami, Kajaraganda, the protector of Kajarag, the Lifebone, seen in episode 13, despite being dead, still has a conscience. It's noted that they can be killed, but they don't truly die. Another
Crazy
Furamat we
art.
know is Surta, not to be confused with Sarkaz Surta. This Furamat was a rival to Sami. Operators like Ling,
She's a
Dust,
god?
and the siblings are all fragments of the Furamat known as Sui. Elf, similar to other
Elf.
fantasy
It's
elves.
like Elf, her sword. I think this thing that she carries, this thing behind her, right? Just like an Enfield.
This Furamat
Great.
It's like this thing is like a god.
operators like Ling, Dusk, and the siblings.
Like the girl
Good.
is just a vessel.
known as Sui. Similar to other fantasy elves, they are humanoid, pointy. Despite that they may have a long-lived lives, they are very weak to originium and oripathy. Unlike other races, they are very susceptible.
Low MMR. They have low XP.
To
Bar.
oripathy. If an elf catches oripathy, they basically have a month to live. This makes elves
Holy
very rare,
skittish.
but there are some found in Sami. It's indicated that they are descendants of a Furmat. Durin, like the dwarves of
There we go.
mythology and other fantasy, this small subterranean race lives in the underground nation of Durin. Despite their size, these little ones are excellent miners, crafters, geologists, and very heavy drinkers. Durins are a fairly peaceful
Of
race.
course.
They live in an
are
underground
so
utopia
small.
compared to the other races above. Some brave or adventurous
Good.
That's Durin.
above ground. Last but not least, we are going to be talking about is You. Yes, you, the Doctor. The Doctor belongs to a race known as
But humans.
civilization.
Humans.
A non-native race that arrived on Terra more
Me?
than 13,000 years ago. You could say that they used Terra as an experimental ground, while also planning to protect civilization from... Unfortunately, this civilization the majority of the greatest threats on Terra. This race faced a great threat from beyond, leaving you, the Doctor, the last known surviving
Great.
Terra. It is unknown if there are more out there.
We are the only human.
Good.
It's time to repopulate Terra. What are we on about? We just need to win the 5th.
Good.
Preston is one of the Doctor's race. Probably we may know of one more, and that is Priestess. However, we don't know if this individual has good or bad intention. There are many hidden dangers and threats within and out of the supercontinent of Terra, lurking in the sea or even the stars. If not handled carefully, it might result in the end
Holy
of Terra.
Leviathan.
Here, in this section, we will discuss most prominent ones that we know of. Seaborn. They are one of the growing threats.
Not only is every nation a threat to each other because of the wars, the racism, and the geopolitics, and the millions of sub-races of Sarkaz, and absolutely that, we also have like mega threats.
in Terra.
Good.
Suggests migration, plaguing the nations of Aegir underwater and Iberia on land. Their evolutionary rates are extremely fast.
Good.
Things
Zerg.
and simulate everything around them. Their colonies are connected by a hive mind. A cult known as the Church of the Deep are supporting the spread of the Seaborn. Collapsals. They are best described as extra-dimensional entities originating from an unknown dimension. They are referred to as demons by other Terrans and possess an ability to corrupt other beings. Collapsals originated from two different places: a mystery gate in the Infinite Ice Fields and the Fohn Hotlands.
So these guys are not even from Terra, they are from outer space. Just teleport in Angabanga.
A mystery gate in the Infinite Ice Fields and the Fohn Hotlands.
Bro, it's Halo 3.
Simply knowing their name is hazardous, hence why any form of knowledge about them is heavily suppressed by the Terran nations. The Observer. We currently know nothing about this godlike being. It is shrouded in mystery, and Terra is currently hidden from its sight. For now. The only thing we do know,
Stargates,
it was
man.
a reason that the first civilization has gone from Terra, and that they had to build a fixed sky to hide Terra from its sight. Another thing we do know is that it wants Terra, and it's coming whenever the races of Terra and you like it or not. And that is where we can...
Guys, you don't need to worry about it, man. Terra doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, man. Yeah, we are already in Enfield. We are 150 years in the future, so every single character that you even like, they're already dead. You don't need to think about it. Yeah, man. Terra exists. I don't know, man. I only know about Talos 2. I just know about Talos 2, and the rock cancer is like the friendliest thing ever, man. We use it as fuel now. It's our bitch. So yeah, Enfield is just superior because we use the rock cancer as a bitch. Warfarin is still alive. Okay. That's the vampire chick.
the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this video, found it helpful if you're a player, or someone interested in the lore. If you would
Enfield. Yeah, that's me. Enfield, Maine. So, good stuff. Good stuff, actually. So this was what? This was part 2. Man, this is already 2 years old. Hell yeah, man. Pretty good.
wish to know
This video was like just a crap ton of races. That's crazy, man. Sarkaz is the most, like, I don't know what's going on, man. Like, Sarkaz has millions of sub-races, and just no wonder they don't function as a nation, because they don't even have it. Who would I repopulate with? I mean, as a human, I would obviously repopulate with let's see, Liberi, Bird Girls, Dracos, Hypergriff. Yeah, I would repopulate with some of the Sarkaz, of course. Also, let's not forget about Oni. Nah, Oni are a little bit too kinky for me, man. With the big horns, I don't like the big horns, man. I don't like the big horns. Sancta, obviously, hell yeah, man. I don't know if I would repopulate with the sheeps. The sheeps kind of not. Yeah, I don't know about this one. But the Suis, the ghouls, the elves. Nah, the elves are way too low skill. Bro, if I repopulate with the elves, I lose the 50-50, and then my kid is an elf, man. That's low skill, you know? Yeah. Like, they would just die from oripathy, man. The Durin, I don't know about the Durin, man. That's not my thing. The Seaborn, the Seaborn is not my thing as well. The ancient races of felines, of course, cat girls, man. The more cat girls, the better. A little bit of the tail people, of course.
Good.
The manticores are cool. Yeah, the manticores are like me, man. When I don't go outside for like 3-4 weeks, and nobody knows if I'm even alive. Who else? There is a lot of cool aspects. Yep. The elders.
Good.
Yeah, these are cool as well.
Good.